where do you live? What do you do? Like, do you stay in hotels? Do you stay in apartments? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, we stay with host families. And I was like, that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
It was kind of a culture shock for me coming from Minnesota. I mean, it was weird not having winter. But my billets, they were great, and they provided us with anything we needed.
They just embrace life out here. It's not the easiest place to live at times, but man, they dive right in, and they're fascinated by the topography and the smells and the whole 9 yards of West Texas. But they're just like, hey, we're here, and they just get used to it and adapt. And I think that's a really big testament to the program as well, of just their adaptability, of they can overcome a lot in a very short amount of time.
I have a pair of cowboy boots and a cowboy hat and everything, but they were always wearing boots, and that was the normal down there. And when they thought it was normal when I wore it, and felt pretty at home with it.
They become your kids while you're there. I mean, essentially you feel responsible for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in my experience, my billets have played such a huge role. They weren't just a place to stay, you just weren't in their house eating their food kind of. They took you in as one of their own, and they were super supportive, and they were there for you all the time.
The connection that we have with these boys, as far as being part of our family, or them loving on our children. I mean, I've got pictures of my daughter is asleep on one of them. They're both taking a nap, and it's just it's that feeling of someone loving your child just as you would. It's a big brother, essentially.
When I was growing up, just thinking about having a big hockey player living in my house, I would have thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I know that all the guys love being around the kids and love kind of being a role model and a celebrity in a way, if you will. So I think just having the guys around and especially if you have kids, I think it's just an awesome experience for them to get to kind of grow up and watch a big hockey player in their house and take after them and have them as a role model too.
We can go watch some hockey and cheer on one of those kids that is little brother, kid. You could throw whatever label onto there, but they really just are an extension of your family.
I'm more of a family guy, so when I left home, it was really, really different for me to not be around my family. But having 3 little kids in the house and a growing family coming up, it was just helpful for me in general, just to keep my mind off being away from home.
So I think giving them a place where they can be comfortable and just enjoy their downtime when they're not playing hockey, but also having a place that's safe and clean, and they can get some good food every once in a while, and just providing a home when they're a long ways from their own homes.
Just having them around was amazing. They were so supportive. When we went through the highs and lows of the season, they were right there with us, encouraging us and shooting us texts before the games or after the games, whatever it might be. So, having them around and having that support system was absolutely fantastic.
When they get that acceptance to college and you're one of the first people that they call and they're excited, some of them cry, some of them are, jumping for joy, and you can just hear the excitement. And then the first thing out of their mouth is, thank you so much for everything you did. Knowing that you're a part of their future, it's just an amazing feeling. I can't even describe it.
You don't even realize you are having that impact until they're gone. And then they get scholarships and they get offers from colleges and the whole 9 yards. And you're just like, man, I'm so glad that we got to touch their lives and they got to touch our lives.
They're just always there and ready to help when they can and help you be the best man you can be.
Yeah, so it's given us a place to serve and really just give of what we have. We've been given a lot as a family, and it's just really awesome to be able to pay that forward and just be a light for some kids who may either not have that at home, or also just this is their light in their place outside of their home.
As part of the Odessa Jackalopes organization, we are so thankful that we have Billets, because without Billets, it'd be hard for us to have a team. So we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you to all the Billet parents and Billet families for everything you do to help our young men get to the next level. Thank you.